Today we will be discussing critical race theory presence in the post-election campus climate at Texas State University by Alex Alarisa, Yvonne De La Rosa, Nick Henry, and Rana Zaiden. This project was performed through the lens of the critical race theory, which is an epistemology that acknowledges racism in society is portrayed as normal and demonstrates how policies and procedures have benefited whites and continue to oppress people of color and marginalized groups.
Problem: perception of campus racial climate can impact the overall college experience for students of color. At Texas State University, there has been several incidents on campus regarding race, including vigilante posters, white supremacy banners, racial comments, and protests. The majority of these incidents started and/or increased following the 2016 presidential election. 10 Texas State University students of color were interviewed: 4 black females, 1 black male, 1 Arab female, 2 Latina students, and 2 Latino students. All students were present before and after the 2016 presidential election to answer the research question of how has the perception of campus racial/social climate changed for people of color after the 2016 U.S. presidential election.
Research questions included the following. Questions 1 and 2. What was your perception of campus racial/social climate before and after the election? Question 3. How do you feel your professors have addressed campus-wide social justice? Question 4. How has President Trout and Student Body President Connor Clegg contributed to campus social climate for people of color post-election? And questions 5 and 6. What was your perceptions of safety before and after the election?
In the interviews, students were asked, what was your perception of campus social climate before the election? Some overarching themes were Black, Hispanics, and gays were in their own bubble. Race didn't seem to matter, and everyone had their head down. Prior to Black Lives Matter, students felt there was little division on campus. But on July 13th, 2013, the movement of Black Lives Matter was founded and started discussion among students, which was enhanced by social media.
With the election, post-climate, I think that it has emboldened a lot of individuals that would have otherwise remained quiet because they feel like they now have a platform, and it has definitely led to a lot of uneasiness between various groups on campus.
I felt as if there was this immediate need to bat for a person's side, and this feeling of unification, of unity between groups. Finally,
the day after the election, I had students in my office hours crying, scared, terrified, heartbroken, and they didn't know what was to come regarding the nation, but also regarding their safety and presence on campus. And these were students of color, students that belonged to the LGBTQIA community, and also students that were undocumented.
Professors have not addressed campus-wide social issues or social justice. I don't know if that is specifically because they're not allowed to because of their department, or that college is supposed to be for student exploration and they're supposed to come to their own political viewpoint on their own. Regarding addressing it in class, it doesn't happen. And the only professors or faculty on campus that I've noticed really taking action are those within student diversity and inclusion.
Participants also stated that professors did not bring up issues of social justice because they stuck to the teaching of their course material.
There's a common narrative that President Trout is only reactionary and she's not proactive when it comes to student concerns.
The fact that President Trout hasn't said anything is blatantly clear that she supports the type of behavior.
President Trout and Student Body President Connor Clegg have contributed really only feelings of uneasiness, frustration, and I would even say anger regarding not directly addressing student concerns at Texas State.
You know, we were asking for more transparency, more representation, more action and reaction, and trying to stop the kind of discrimination that was occurring not only during that time, but systemically within the Texas State system. And the heat of the political climate, when you don't have, you know, the president of the university and the student body president backing this idea of unity and this idea of tolerance and this idea of diplomatic dialogue was, at the height of that time, and it was one of the biggest concerns even within our activist groups.
When participants were asked their perception of safety prior to the election, participants said that they were able to walk across campus and not feel like they would be picked on because of their color. They did not have to worry about anything on campus, and they did not have to be on their guard. Students said that they were able to visit the library or dining halls without issue.
Prior to the election, I wasn't as concerned about who I was around, what I was really saying. I knew for a fact I had people on campus who would support me in whatever I was doing.
Perceptions from students regarding safety post-election bubbled everything from big props to the campus police for being even more present and being diligent with every concern on campus after the election. President Trouth also added more lighting for the safety of the students. Safety is now more specific in the fact that this campus needs to be safe and secure, physically, mentally, and politically. Many disapprove the concealed carry policy and actually feel less safe.
CRT theory helps identify the experience of marginalized individuals on college campuses and can invigorate dialogue regarding how to engage students across these campuses to ensure the well-being and safety of all students.